Yo, what's good guys? We'll be back with another video. If you read the title, I'm sure you guys already know, but NEBRA has come out with a new really big update for the indoor miners. So this affects anyone who has a current order, anyone who has a current NEBRA hotspot, and anyone who is interested in getting this. There's some big information coming out that just came out. So make sure to hit subscribe if you haven't already, because I'll be giving you all these updates on the NEBRA miners, different things, helium. Go check out my helium playlist. And without any further ado, let's get into this video. All right, so as you guys can see, NEBRA came out with this update on the 7th, just a little bit about their week. Wasn't the biggest thing. If you have an outdoor miner, really good information is that they just have 6,000 units ready to ship. So I'm sure that if you were expecting yours to ship soon, you'll be getting it soon. You can see the pictures here of, they have like, they literally have thousands of them sitting around. A little bit about, they have been having some weight limits, but this is what we're interested in here, the rock pie miners. So like a little recap. So we mentioned in our last update that we'd be moving over to the rock pie signal board computer instead of using the Raspberry Pi Compute Module 3 going forward. So Raspberry Pi is like the internal computer that they've been using, very basic little computer, but it's what the people at NEBRA have had kind of a history with before they got into the NEBRA miners and the whole helium project. So that's why they were always really into the raspberries, as lots of other heliums use the raspberries too. So to recap, due to supply constraints surrounding the Raspberry Pi mini computer, read more here, we won't get into that, we've made significant changes to our indoor and outdoor miners and consequently have made the difficult decision to move away from the Raspberry Pi. Due to the global chip shortage, it will be challenging to receive Raspberry Pis in the quantities we require in 2022 to hit the targets we aim for in 2022/2023. So what it sounds like is that it's actually, they're planning ahead. I mean, if I were NEBRA, I would be worrying about the orders they have right now, not the ones that they have a year from now. I think that they might be trying to cover up a little bit because they've been having some issues. We'll talk about here. So as well as this, our suppliers of Raspberry Pis have missed several proposed shipment timelines, and in some cases have said they are unable to give us any dates of when we could get them or cancel the orders entirely. So, I mean, this kind of might speak a little bit to why NEBRA's been having such a big problem getting these miners out the way that they promised them months ago. I'm sure that if they were having these parts, it would be a little bit better, but we can't know that. So the main benefit of the rock pie miners is that we'll have a significantly better stock of the main components, allowing us to manufacture orders of magnitude more quickly than we have been able to this year. An added benefit, both to customers with existing orders and to the helium network in general, is that these rock pie miners are more powerful. So it's good for people who have the orders, because it's going to be, well, what they're saying is that these are actually better miners than the original helium miners. So here are some pictures of them, by the way. But what that doesn't help is people who have just gotten their orders, right? Or have had one of the NEBRA miners who have been complaining. There has been some issues, some faulty things with these miners. They're not connecting at all in some situations. So that doesn't really help them. With the external antenna and many other great features. They're significantly more powerful than the Raspberry Pi 4 Model P that most of our vendors are using. Okay, so that's not the same Raspberry Pi model they've been using, but still, they're trying to say that it's going to be a lot better than the Raspberry Pi that they themselves have been making. Last but not least, the new case design, seeing the photos, has got a large built-in heatsink for the main CPU, as well as being made entirely of metal to wick away as much heat as possible. Okay, so these miners look a lot better than the original NEBRAs. I'm not gonna lie. Like that big box, like I have one ordered now. It didn't look good, and people definitely had issues with it. They look kind of like cool, I can give you that, but if you just wanted to have it in your home, it was pretty eye-catching. These look a lot more like the rack, the simple miners, which I think that people will enjoy. And they also do look a lot smaller actually. Okay, so what will happen to existing miner orders? This is what I'm sure you're interested in if you have already ordered one like myself, or you're planning on ordering one. Going forward, existing customers who have a back order with us of one of our distributors will now receive either the current indoor miner design that they purchased or the new Rock Pi version. The reason for the overlap is that we will still plan to ship the original Raspberry Pi version of the miners whilst we still have stock of the Raspberry Pi. In tandem, we'll start producing the Rock Pi miners and shipping that as and when they come off the production line. Unfortunately, customers won't be able to select which miner they'd like to get. So that sucks because I would definitely want this one. I don't really want the old one now that I know that this is out. I was kind of worried about the old miners. There was a lot of people complaining, but like what they're saying here is that it doesn't seem like they're going to be getting these out until January. Later they go on to say. So pretty much what they're saying is that they still have all these Raspberry Pis. They're kind of moving into Rock Pi for the future. And so until they get rid of all those Raspberry Pis that they've purchased and that they started to build the units with, they're not gonna ship out the old ones, the new ones, sorry. And they did mention that they're not gonna be getting the casings for the new Raspberry Pis, for the new Rock Pis until January. And so they have said that it's been approved. There was a lot going on with NEBRA recently because they had this accidental thing where 14,000 people got an email saying that the miners were back in stock, which was just not true. So a lot going on. I'm really excited to see how these Rock Pi miners work in comparison to the NEBRA because, you know, like I've been saying, a lot of people have been having problems with the NEBRA miners, but now we're gonna get something that seems to be a little bit superior of a product. I'm not gonna lie. Just even looking at the pictures alone, they look like more like a proper hotspot. So yeah, it's good news. It's exciting. A lot going on with NEBRA, and it's better than the no communication at all, right? So yeah, hopefully these will be shipping out in January like they say, and if they can be coming a lot quicker, that's really good news for people in batch 4 and 5 who have been waiting a long time, and for people who want to get their hands on this who haven't been able to buy one for the past couple months from NEBRA. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. I'll love to see what you guys have to say. I think it's going to be really good. I'll keep you guys updated next time NEBRA comes out with another update. Easy. Peace out. Hope you guys are all having a good one. Love you. Peace.